Hey everyone, my name is Aaron Grady, and this is my persuasive speech. Within the last few years, especially during the 2016 debate, there has been a major problem facing the journalism industry. That problem is fake news. I am a mass communication student with a focus in conversational journalism, and I have read and studied all about fake news, so I am well informed on the topic. Today, I will talk to you all about the history of fake news, how fake news affects us, and how we are able to combat it as consumers. Now that I've introduced the topic, let's move on to the history of fake news. Fake news, the term fake news became popularized during 2016, but this is not the first case. Fake news, also known as yellow journalism, has traces its roots all the way to when the printing press was first created. An example of this would be the Spanish-American War. According to pre.org, in 1898, the U.S. sent battleships to Spain to help diffuse tensions between the two countries. In February 15th of the same year, an explosion happened aboard the ship. Journalists Joseph Pulitzer and William Hears lied about the incident for papers, which caused confusion and turmoil, which ultimately led to the Spanish-American War beginning. Another example of this would be in London. During the 17th century, the main news source was newspapers. There were multiple newspapers. There was bi-weekly, weekly, and monthly newspapers that everyone got their information from. Yellow journalists, also known as paragraph men, would go to popular gossip spots and would record or write down all of the gossip they heard and sell it to newspapers, acting like it was actual news and not just gossip. And the purpose of this was to help manipulate the public for or against a certain person, play, or book. Like I said before, fake news played a large part in the 2016 election and helped to elect President Trump. This video from Wired helps explain the effect of fake news. Okay. According to a study conducted by BuzzFeed, during the final 3 months of the presidential campaign, the top news stories were fake news articles. In this chart here, we can see that mainstream news, which was also news sites like CNN and the Huffington Post, their Facebook engagement went down from 12 million to 7.3 million on election day, and fake news articles went from 3 million to 8.7 million, surpassing mainstream news. And these two charts here, you can see the top 5 fake election stories by Facebook engagement and top 5 mainstream election stories conducted by Facebook engagement. Some of them include Pope Francis shocks world by endorsing Trump, WikiLeaks confirms Hillary sold weapons to ISIS, and Hillary's ISIS email just leaked and it's worse than anyone could have ever imagined. And some of the actual news stories were Trump's history of corruption is mind-boggling, so why is Clinton supposedly the corrupt one? Stop pretending you don't know why people hate Hillary Clinton, and Melania Trump's girl-on-girl photos from racy shoot revealed. According to journalism.org, 62% of all people access news by using social media sites. Because of this, fake news is easily accessible. Platforms like Twitter and Facebook are taking right steps to create an end to fake news, but there are ways for us as consumers to help combat it. One of the first steps to do is ask yourself, how do I know this is true? You do this by looking up two additional news sources to help verify the news story. If you are not able to do so, then do not share the article because it may be fake. Also, read the story, not just the headline. Newspapers often have catchy headlines that often inflate the story to help gain readers. So make sure you read the whole entire story to see if the information is true or not before you share it. And I have another video that help explain how to solve fake news. This video was brought to us by Wired.com. In closing, fake news has plagued journalism for centuries, and I have informed you all on the history of fake news, how it affects us, and how to solve it. Next time you are surfing the internet and see a story that is too crazy to be true, make sure it is before you share it. Thank you.